Hey y'all, so we're gonna talk about the medicine girls this time, all right? No more housewives, let's move on. Look, this show is one of its kind, the only of its kind. So, I mean, I did love LA. I wish they would have stuck with it, but it is what it is. Season 11, episode 2, Quad gets her groove back. Okay, episode 2, we got our theme song. Now, I like it when they had Anila, like at the end. Dr. Page, Dr. Well, now Paige and Dr. Jackie, Dr. Sabone, Dr. Heavenly, Dr. Contessa. See, they didn't add Contessa in there either. You know what I'm saying? Quad, Toya, Anila. I don't know. I used to like that little Anila at the end, but it is what it is. She ain't here no more. And Contessa ain't technically a full doctor. I don't even know what we want to call him. She ain't a full cast member, just yeah, she's technically a friend of. And who is the friend of? Of Sweet Tea? So, of course, Cecil knew that he had to eventually face his wife, Simone, about him inviting Quad. So that's how we start the episode off. Simone took it in stride, actually. She ain't yell at the man or nothing, she ain't do what we all thought she was gonna do. But she at least let him know, like, okay, obviously I didn't like that you invited her. You know that me and her need to work on some things. But that's your girl, your favorite. So whatever, just admit it. And, I think Simone is just more like, look, if Quad want to be my friend, then Quad need to say, look, I want to be your friend. Because she just don't know where Quad is at. I think that's just her whole point with her friendship. Is Quad is like, girl, where is you at? What you be doing? Like, cause I don't be knowing none of that. So how can I really be your friend if I don't be knowing nothing? You don't talk to me. So I don't know. All right, so Sweet Tea and Greg, Letitia, whatever her name is, Letitia. Her and Greg going out to lunch. Nerdy love, sexy nerds. They're into it. Either way, still trying to make that baby. And obviously talking about that little Whitnick party, because pretty much everybody's gonna be talking about that party on this episode. It didn't really go. I mean, they was supposed to have fun, right? But of course, T had to go over there to talk to Damon, which prompt Heavenly to pop off, which prompt everybody to pop off. So listen, they just don't know where they gonna go from there. Pretty much Sweet Tea is kind of, I mean, almost washing her hands with Heavenly at this point, because it's like she don't know what else to do. Like, the girl keep talking about her, and she just don't expect her to give her any type of apology or anything. So when it comes to Greg and Damon, it's like, so what y'all gonna do? And Greg is like, well, I mean, I could be cool with Damon. Everything is just Heavenly. Like, he gotta tell her, Heavenly, like, your wife, like, why don't you leave Greg alone? Why don't you reel it back in? But Damon's not doing none of that. So he just not sure, like, I don't know where I stand with him at this point. At the same time, we got Damon and Heavenly talking about the Whitnick party and Greg and Tisha, because Damon on his side is like, well, I known Greg for many years, and I never thought that we would get to this point. Like, I thought he knew me better than to basically agree or accuse me of cheating on my wife or whatever. That this whole fight kind of started over with Tisha saying what she said. So, he's like, I'm not sure where he's going to go from there with Greg. It is what it is. Of course, Greg is kind of thinking that Damon is a little scared of Heavenly. So that's probably why he's not sticking up. So nobody knows for sure. We just know that Damon is very quiet, like he don't want to engage in too much stuff. We see that he be playing some drums, so that was kind of cute. So forgive me because I'm kind of snacking as I do this one. Little snacks. But either way, Jackie is at work as usual. Woo, excuse me. Anyway, She at work. Cash Doll is her patient at this moment. And you know her, she always got to educate us on about something. So, black women's health, very important. High risk pregnancies, not enough black women doctors. So, Dr. Jackie to the rescue, yes. And she's been working with more and more and more celebrities, so she's enjoying it. I mean, she said if she can get Beyonce or Oprah up in there, I mean, she be done. Because, I mean, obviously, like, girl, a check is a check. Okay? Now, Oprah, girl, that ain't never happened. But Beyonce, who knows? Now, Quad is out here delivering invitations to her party. It's going to be a night in Paris theme because she's been to Paris a few times, I guess, and she loved the Moulin Rouge scene and whatnot. So she's turning about 43, so let's bring that to here and, be fabulous and all that good stuff. And I'm going to, be over the top with these invitations. Excuse me. Having these flight attendants bring in these passports to, you're invited to Night in Paris with Quad, blah, blah, blah. We see her send it off to Simone. Simone is like, okay, of course, in Simone fashion, what is going on? It's Quad outside. Let me go holler at her real quick. So, of course, they laugh it out and all these things because, they're cool, but they know that they need to talk. So she just like, okay, I'll go to the party and all these things, and I'll see you later, and all your happy birthday, boot, boot, boot. Fine. We roll over to, well, actually, before we get to the next invitation, Quad just so happens to mention, I think this was either in her confessional, while she was driving over there, because she's in the driver's passenger seat, whatever. But basically she was just saying that from what happened at the reunion in New York and everything, I think nobody apologized to her. Which I was thinking, and I'm like, well, I don't really remember technically who said what, right? But I could have sworn there were apologies made. And I've guessed that, there was some of them were too quiet. So did she miss those or did she not? And plus, over the events and things that they were going through over the years, I think people have apologized to you multiple times. So I don't know where she got that from. Either way, girl, she pulled up to Contessa's house. And Contessa, she ain't know. Contessa in there with Sweet Tea. And they in there playing pool, kicking the bubbles. Because, like I said on the last episode, it looked like they bonding over this beef with Heavenly. Okay, fine, whatever. Do what you're going to do. It's not like Sweet Tea or Tisha is like a bad person or nothing. She looks fun. Like she probably about my age or maybe. But look, is she younger than me? Ooh, girl. Greg. Looks like Greg. I said, oh, you liking them young. But not because she in her 30s, right? I'm in my 30s. But either way, she look like she cool, whatever. So she hanging out with Contessa. And this car pull up. Hey, you're invited to Night in Paris. Whoop-de-boop-de-boop. Oh, T, come look at this. Come look at this. Quad was like, oh, I didn't know T was going to be here. Contessa was like, so do you want to say hi? She was like, I'm just gonna go because guess what, I'm not inviting her, so it was a bit awkward. And Tisha was just standing there in the window, or not in the window, but in the doorway, looking like, hey, hey, okay, whatever. And this was a little bit wrong, whoever that girl was, because I don't know if we didn't get her name or nothing, but whoever was Quad's assistant that day, I'm going to call her assistant because I don't know who he was. But either way, she go say something. Who was that old lady standing in the door? And Quad was like, old lady, who? With the glasses, did you see that old lady? Tisha, girl, Sweet Tea. And Quad was like, see, she was trying to be nice. She didn't want to say nothing malicious or whatever towards the girl. But it was like, Yeah. Ooh. And I mean, let's be real here. Sweet Tea is married to Greg. Greg is Quad's ex-husband. So why would I invite his wife if I'm not friends with her and I'm not friends with him? So it just makes no sense. So that's why I was okay with her not inviting her versus some other people, which we'll get to that later. So the ladies is getting ready for this party. I kind of thought it would have been, maybe a little bit later in the episode, but nope, we getting right into it. It is the episode. But they getting ready and everything. Of course, they talking, a little mess, a little tea, a little shade, as always. Contessa did feel a little bad that Tisha didn't get the invite. Like, literally, it was in front of her, you know what I'm saying? Because she was telling her, ooh, you probably need to get home because she's going to give you one and everything, not knowing that she really wasn't. So, and this is where Toya brings up, like, well, how can Quad do something like that to her when she didn't like what we so-called did to her in Napa? And she tells Simone, but that's why she really mad. She ain't mad about whatever happened at the reunion with that comment. Okay, yeah, she was mad about that. But what she really mad about was y'all trying to kick her out at the Napa on the Napa trip, which y'all really did. And Toya, she's speaking this way because we find out that her and Quad's friendship is growing. Okay? We're growing. It's not like the best or anything, but at the reunion, Toya got an apology from Quad, but it was enough to accept it, from the Eugenia comments and all that. Yeah. It was enough to where Toya can accept it, to where she can just move on. She don't want to be stuck holding grudges over nothing and just, yeah, I just want to move on. Like, forget her and let her be, but we can be cool. So she's telling Simone, like, that's pretty much, if I could do it, you can do it too. So with this knowledge of why Quad will be technically mad at Simone then does pivot this apology that she is going to give Quad, right? But now it's like, well, dang, now I have to apologize to her for, this, that, and this, and that, and this, and that, like from the past and all this stuff, like, because that's kind of what led up to the kickoff of the Napa situation. Like, I think Simone, see, if we rewind to Mariah, okay? And Simone was the head person in getting Mariah kicked off, right? Why did she want Mariah off the show? Because she felt that Mariah was doing what? Being up here and we down here, and you trying to do this and do that and be the big girl, and you don't want to be our friends and this and that like that. So what is Quad doing? The same thing. She's like Mariah 2.0 at this point, and Simone don't like that. She don't like people being up here. She be like, I gotta humble your butt and take you down 2 pegs, okay, girl? But either way, I don't know. Simone gonna get around to what she gonna get around to, okay? So now we at the party. It looks very, very nice. Contessa outfit, I think, was a little bit off. Like, she could have glossed the head thing or had a matching corset that matched the hat thing. Those two things just didn't match. But if she would have took that off, the outfit would have been fine. Like, that's all I'm saying, girl. Dr. Jackie, she skipped that shot. We saw you. She just kept walking on through, and boy said, yep, that's right, Dr. Jackie, you looking good. As always, very demure, very Jackie. So, I don't know how they got to talking to this lady. I don't know if she was like the manager or the party planner, but she tells them like, oh yeah, the party, Quad's boyfriend put all this together. And they were like, what? Quad's boyfriend? Oh my Lord. Because then nobody know. Like, all the ladies was surprised because, like, Dr. Heavenly said, well, I talk to that girl every day. She ain't never said nothing about no man. So, and then versus some others, well, I talked to her here and there, so I'm not sure. And this was a great example for Simone to say, like, see, she want to do all this friendship talking, this and that, but don't nobody know that you had a whole man for a year. So how do you expect us to be close and all these things if you don't even open up and all that stuff? Contessa and Heavenly do speak, a little, hey girl, how you doing? But that's kind of all. That's where they left it at. They can be in the same room. They can just be cool as long as we not engaging with each other. Cause Contessa, she ain't forgot. She remember everything you said. Heavenly, she got it written down. She took a picture, and she don't want to be fake about it. Let's just say that. Which means, right? I can say hi and bye, but girl, we're not about to kiki because why? So while all the ladies is at Quad's party, all the husbands is meeting up for their own little powwow, right? So, of course, Cecil was like, oh man, thank you to Greg for his ex-wife for putting this party together and telling us, man, we ain't have to come so that we can all get together and just hang out. And Greg was like, well, okay, sure, fine. But my actual wife that I got now wasn't even invited. So everybody else was like, oh, yeah, ooh, we're sorry about that. She shouldn't have had to go, because, right, it's an ex, and this and that. So, some of them understood, some of them didn't. It's cool. But this is where the men get to, let's talk about it. Damon and Greg, y'all cool or y'all not cool? So where is Quad's man? Since now all the ladies know that this boyfriend done put this stuff together, they looking around trying to figure out who is who. So they do see some dude walk in, and they were kind of fixated on him real quick. So they're like asking randoms at this point, are you Quad's man? Are you Quad's man? They're like, no, I'm not. I'm her best friend or one of them, things of that nature. So we do see Quad make her grand entrance as always, all white, cute little shindig that she had on, came down the stairs, gave a little dance, twirl, whatever. Cute. Thanks everybody for coming out. This is great. It's my birthday. I love you all. And I have a special guest, someone that is very, very, very dear to me. Who is it? It's King. This is my man. He put all this together. He paid for it too. Yeah, all that pump and circumstance. Or whatever that word, yeah, that's Quad. All the dramatics and all that good stuff. So yeah, I don't know why I did all that. Why? But I did. And you know what? All the girls approve. They're saying he's good looking. Tall, dark, handsome. And I think he might be younger than her. I don't know. But either way, they approve. Quad was trying to explain why she didn't bring sweet tea. But Toya interrupted and was like, yeah, because why would you do that when you was mad that the same thing happened to you when you wasn't invited to Napa? And, of course, she didn't get the chance to actually say why, which was, that's Greg's new wife. Like, I don't necessarily want to be friends with her because I'm not friends with him. Like, I think her... Well, when the men were talking, so I'm about to say, listen, when the men were talking, Greg, I think you might have that's his ex-wife, so there is something that he might still be holding on to on a lot, way back in somewhere at maybe the bottom of his shoe. But either way, he knows that they can't be friends either. So why do we need to force this relationship with Sweet Tea and her? I don't know. We can try, but it's not going to work at this point. And look, Jackie actually agreed that, I wouldn't want the new wife to be there too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's say Curtis and her did their thing and separated, and Curtis bought some new thing up in there. I think Jackie, no. That ain't Jackie's style. So I can see it. Because even me, I don't know. Like, it just, be in the same room and all that stuff, cool. But do we have to be friends? No, not really. And, this is where Simone, I guess, this was her confessionals or something. But either way, she just kind of points out that, the old Quad, the one that was married to Greg, was consistent. And, we would see each other. We would talk to each other. We would hang out. But this new single girl, well, she ain't single no more. But she just got divorced and just, I don't know, disappeared. Just did her own thing and forgot about everybody. Like, it's Quad's world. And if you ain't in it, you ain't in it. Quad just became that girl. And she can't help herself. But on the other hand, Quad do know that she needs them in order to be on the show. So that's the other double-headed sword, because it's like, girl, do you really want to be friends with me because you want to be friends with me? Or do you want to be friends with me just so that you can be on the show? So we flip back to the men, right? Because Greg pretty much states his piece like, okay, look, I need you to pull Heavenly back when she be coming at me, because she's came at my business. She's done said this and that all about me, my character, my job. So can you stop that? Because the beef was really with my wife, the two women going at it. How did I get in it? Why would she put me in it? You know what I'm saying? Damon, well, I mean, why you just being so sensitive? I mean, Heavenly gets along with everybody. And of course, when he says that, everybody was like, what? Damon, are you okay? That's when Eugene was like, Damon, are you okay? Do you know your wife? Blink, man, blink. Your wife? Heavenly? Blink. So, and like I said, Greg was just trying to tell him, like, no, I'm not talking about your wife. Because Damon like, don't talk about my wife. Like, your wife said something about me, Damon. That was the point I'm trying to get to you. And she's the one, like I said, she came at me. So I need you as the husband to pull her back. That's all I'm saying. Like, we all can do it with our wives. Why can't you do it with yours? And Damon, of course, is saying, well, Heavenly got this. She don't need me to back her up. And this and this and that. Okay, all that's fine and dandy. But we're just saying, like, if we want to be friendships, we just got to let the women deal with the women. And then we can just do what we do, right? Like we always been. So then Damon's like, okay, whatever. But because now he's a little gruntled in his shorts, whatever. I don't know what was that. What was that, girl? So yeah, Damon throws this into the conversation, like, yeah, well, our beef is spilled into the workplace, so I don't want that to happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? We can do what we doing, but let's not hurt our patients in this. And Greg's like, well, dude, listen, my business is going great. Ain't nothing stopping over here. And they explain that, look, they were, how do you say, Dr. Damon has his patients and they need a little extra help with something that Dr. Greg specializes in with his psychology stuff or whatever he is over there. I can send my patients to you, referral. So now you making some money extra on the side and whatever, but we collaborating on this. He said that. Damon like, well, that stopped. I thought that, you know what I'm saying? What's going on? And Greg like, oh, look, this beef between us ain't got nothing to do with the business, okay? I just been full, booked and busy, so I can't take nobody extra. That was all that was. So, but if we can, move on from that with this understanding that, what I'm saying, business wise, I'm good. I just didn't need the extras, so that's why I turned them down. Personal wise, yeah, we can be good. I just need you to get your wife. But I'm saying, simply put, name and get your wife. Is you scared? Like I said, blink, damn and blink. And that's where the episode ended. The men came to, a little resolve that they could. They usually do. If there is a little bit of extra tension, they're gonna iron that out a little bit later. We'll get to that. It's only episode 2. We got a lot of medicine to go. Okay, a lot of medicine to go. We still ain't even jump into. Like, it's a lot, right? So we ain't even jump into the pool just yet. So let's enjoy this ride. Episode 2, Married to Medicine, episode 2, season 11, y'all. Peace out. Thanks for watching.